Hey, not bad. The timer turning right around. Avery, first one forward. Some quick shout-outs here. This group right here is doing an excellent job. They whipped around rally table, and they made sure that everyone could hear what they were saying. I saw some groups going like this to each other. That was a great way to let people know that while someone was speaking, they couldn't hear and they needed to speak a little bit louder. This group whipped all the way around. They decided on someone's assertion that was most clear, and then they revised. Cosine, if your group has decided on an assertion that's clear and begun to revise. Right now, I want everyone to pick that assertion, revise completely. If you finish that as a group, you're going to decide on the best evidence to support this assertion, and you're going to start writing this evidence together. 3 minutes, go ahead. What's next? Put your hand on your head if your team right now has finished your assertion. Good job, team. Excellent, excellent work. Right now, you should be working on your evidence and your analysis. I'm going to come around and tap a team leader, Ms. Jenkins as well. That person is going to guide the discussion of evidence. Huge shout out to this group. Whoa. I'm speaking and pencils are up. Once you have one, I need eyes. This group right here has been working to make sure everyone's on the same page, underlining the evidence, and then getting it right down into the text, onto the classroom page. The tricky part now is going to be analysis that follows. Ms. Jenkins and I are going to come around and tap the shoulder of someone that's going to be the group leader for analysis. They are going to speak the analysis of that evidence. Everyone else is going to write. You have 4 minutes. Get your evidence, then your analysis. Go ahead. It seems like you're read your evidence, get it on the page. So who's going to be so then you're all in the rest. Who's going to read that? I did. Okay, she's some time to Shania. She's doing an excellent job as a leader, guiding the conversation forward, making sure that everyone is on the same page. And then, when they were discussing something they weren't so sure about, I heard her say this: does everyone agree? Because if you said something like that, beautiful. Right now you should move on to your second piece of evidence and analysis. Right now you have 4 minutes to complete both of those. Go ahead. What would you, you're going to speak it and everyone else is going to should have been enough time for you to complete this entire exercise as a team. Flip to the back page. to know how you think your team did. There are 4 big questions I have for you. Were you and your partner group engaged in learning in 100% of the time? Did you complete the assigned tasks? Did you actively listen? Did you use positive, patient, compromising tone all the time? Take 3 minutes to complete the reflection independently. Go ahead. You're answering the 2 questions at the bottom as well. I want you to think about who positively contributed to your team and acknowledge them in a written shout out and what went very well. I also want you to think about who limited your team. I want you to write that on what did not go as well. Alicia, that's one that continues to go down the right way. Dominique as well. What went well in your team of 4 or 5? Let's track the speaker as we go. Track Brandon, please.
What went well, my team was that everyone worked together and gave the ideas the whole time and haven't took charge a little bit.
Go ahead if your group asked each other's questions to push the conversation forward. Great. In what ways did your teammates use a kind, compromising tone instead of a tone that was attacking? What were some things that you maybe said? Giovanni?
One thing I said, and I know my other partner said, was how our evidence was really nice and how it relates to the analysis and the surgery.
Jamik?
Alicia, she would pass like give everybody else a chance to decide or discuss what was going on, and then we would as a team decide which one was better.
Yes, send some shine to Alicia. Alicia, do you have a level 2 leadership? She realized that the best way to lead a group sometimes is to listen. What was hard about this? interrupted. Monster.
We did.
Avery, one for not tracking.
We just spoke over the person who was interrupting.
Is Kevin?
Well, you told somebody to be quiet for a little while, and then so we could finish what we was talking about, and then we tell him or her to talk.
If you interrupted, were you being a good teammate? Isaiah? Why not?
Because you can't be talking.
What happened when you completely disagreed with the best evidence or the best assertion? Joshua? Is that the best thing to do? Katara?
The best thing to do debate among the peers.
Is group of 4 or group of 5 any different than whole class discussion? Katara?
I say kind of, because the group discussion, we depend on you to bring questions, and here we're doing it for ourselves or cooperate to find out the answer. But it is similar because we still have to give each other respect and
Good. Alicia, add on.
I said it's kind of also because in the group discussion we have more people contributing to the idea, and so we have more evidence and everything. But in the 4 or 5 group, we are limited to what we talk about.
At some point in a group, if you're just debating and debating and debating, you have to say, this is what we're going to go with. I saw some groups, and this is kind of a joke, spinning their wheels. You get it? The wheel's just going round and round and round and round and round and round and round, and you're not going anywhere. And didn't get anything on the page. Make sure, if you're in that position, think, how can I be a leader, step up and get this done? Right now, we're going to go back to our own seats, and we're going to finish something independently. I'm excited about this start here, but we have a lot of work to do to make ourselves even stronger in group of 4 and 5. 30 seconds. Spin your chair and your desk. Soft voices back in the position that you were in. Flip to your work on the circle. Excuse me, on the wheel. I'm going to cold call you now. What does the wheel symbolize? Lem, track him, please.
It looks like your value power changes and keep on.
Why, Fabiola? Voice, please. It never stops. Is the wheel the object, the thing that we're talking about? Or does it represent something bigger? Solia.
It represents life.
It represents what, Monsieur?
Life.
Explain, David. Track him.
It's a circle of life because it also circle like air time because in a Ferris wheel it moves slowly. Like when you go slowly, and when you grow older, you change. Your personality change.
David brought up the Ferris wheel. How does that connect to what the wheel symbolizes? Jamik.
That connects to what the wheel symbolizes, because a wheel, it moves round and round and round, and then in life, the cycle, well, the Ferris wheel, it moves like this. So it's like life, because it keeps on going round and round. Even if you die, people like reborn.
Where else did the image of the wheel appear besides the Ferris wheel and the pond, which many of you talked about? Katara,
On page 100.
flip there.
Is the last paragraph.
Wait. Go ahead.
Says, her strong arm swung the shotgun around her head like a wheel.
Who was that did that, Katara? Why does the author use the symbol of the wheel in this moment? Malia.
He uses the symbol.
He?
I mean,
Babbitt. Natalie Babbitt.
she uses the symbol to describe. When like she uses the symbol of the wheel in this part of the text because she's showing that instead of man in the yellow suits behind her down.
Elaborate. Malia, roll. Jamik zest.
I think the wheel, it's like when people die, other people, like, they die to live, so the wheel keeps spinning. So I guess it was his time to die, because the wheel spin, and it's like anything else who fell up to the wheel.
Well said. Jamik, roll. Class.
To never know what you need
Voice, please.
The author used this image to show that
Natalie Babbitt.
Natalie Babbitt used this image to show that while May couldn't, while May wasn't on the wheel, someone else was, and she was like ending that person's life who was on the wheel.
Are you suggesting that here the wheel was used to say some people have control over their death and some people do not? Interesting. I want you to flip now. Do you have another place where wheel appears? We'll talk about it later. I want you now to flip where it says the toad. Your exit slip, my friends, is to do this symbol analysis on your own. Pencils are up. Eyes are in. Go ahead.